Hey guys, so I'm away at a women's retreat this weekend and I wanted to talk to you guys about, hi, I wanted to talk to you guys about meal prep. So it is the weekend and, our weekends get busy. Like this weekend, I'm even away from the house. And so it can make it really challenging when you don't have at least some idea of what you're going to do for the week. So meal prep, it doesn't have to be anything really crazy, but you definitely want to have some game plan for the week, or at least for me, it ends up that I get really off track really quickly. So just to let you guys know, I'm Coach Libby and I have 3 little boys. They're 2, 4, and 7, married, and my husband and I both work full-time outside of the home, and we're usually gone from the house at least 10 hours a day, sometimes 11 or 12 hours by the time we leave in the morning to the time we get home at night. Meal prep for me is essential, and I have found that over the course of about 18 months of me coaching, I've learned a lot. So I want to share with you guys just a few things today, and we'll, over the course of these, next several weeks, we'll continue to share with you guys, and we want you to share with us as well. So, sorry, it's super cold out here. So as far as meal prep goes, what I do is I do online grocery ordering and get it picked up that way. That way I'm making sure that I'm not doing any impulse buying. I know for sure I have everything that I need for the week. I can pick things up midweek and it not be a really big trip. I can go right into the front of the grocery store where the fresh produce is, which is usually the thing that I run out of. So making sure you have enough veggies and you have enough fruits. For those of you who do the fixed containers, that's your greens and your purples. Those are really important for me to have on hand. I try to also keep some frozen veggies so I have no excuse. So typically the bottom of my freezer is going to have some bags of frozen cauliflower, some bags of broccoli, things like that. But be careful and make sure you're purchasing the ones that don't have all that extra seasoning, because there's a lot of sodium and hidden butters and fats and things like that that you really don't need. You can add a little bit if you need to. Beyond that, sometimes I'll go ahead and grab a rotisserie chicken or things like that, have some canned meat. But what I try to do is use a crock pot and get a couple of our meats put together and cut up. Sometimes I'll shred a little bit of the chicken, sometimes I'll cube some of the chicken, and sometimes I'll leave just some salt, some chicken breasts so that we can have those for dinners. Keep it simple. I use 1 or 2 meats, maybe grind up 2 or 3 pounds of turkey, or make a meatloaf and keep a little bit of the rest of that for like a taco night or some chili or something like that. But those are just a few basic tips to kind of get you going. Have an idea of 3 or 4 of your main meals and work around those, and don't be afraid to do some really weird leftovers together, because sometimes you'll find out that's one of your favorite things. So weird thing for me is I love cucumbers with cottage cheese and English muffin with a little bit of peanut butter. That's my post-workout meal. It just, one day that's all I had and I needed to use it up, and it ended up being one of my favorite things. It's a little bit of the creamy cheese, it's some of the sweet with the cucumber, it's some of the salt and the crunchy with the English muffin with the peanut butter. So don't be afraid to experiment. Share some of those crazy ones with us and have a great Sunday.